Readings from Neptune Tarot Podcast, a podcast for tarot, mysteries, and pop culture.
And they figure out that she was the one that was texting her daughter. I was like, so we're just not going to acknowledge that throughout this whole process that she was texting her daughter things about her boyfriend, her teenage boyfriend at that. And the reasoning, I guess, what's implied is that because she was just so in love with the feeling of being her daughter's savior, so she was willing to say and do anything to kind of get her daughter to come running to her for help. That does not even fucking matter. You were texting your teenage daughter very derogatory, nasty ass shit about her boyfriend, her teenage boyfriend. And I don't know if it's because she's a woman. I don't know if it's because she's white that they just kind of glossed over that. But I was just like, yo, so we're just going to ignore the fact that she was like predatory towards, because they even said in the documentary towards the end that she like was almost like blushing every time he was coming around. She was preying on this little boy. And I often think that women predators don't get talked about enough. Like, you were so in distress over this man that you were literally insulting and causing so much mental, physical, and emotional harm to your own fucking daughter because you wanted this little teenage boy's attention. The fact that she got like this special treatment that I felt like she received, because why are you even allowed in the first part of the documentary? Why are you even allowed to have this much presence in this, with us knowing that you were the person behind this whole thing? This shit went on for over 2 years. It could not have been me. It could not have been me. The father's reaction was the most valid reaction.
The messages weren't really targeted at her insecurities.
At you. Were you sending these messages to yourself?
That very well, possibly, because I was way too thin.
Hello, Neptunians, and welcome back to Readings from Neptune Tarot. This is my first pop culture reading in a very long time. The last one, I don't remember the last one. I think the last one I did was really investigative, intuitive, where I did the one on the Menendez brothers, where I said they were not going to get released. It was just used as a political ploy. Now, I don't know if you all have been on Netflix lately, but there is this documentary called Unknown Number, and it took me by storm. Shout out to Betsy. I saw her post about it on Facebook, and I put it on my to-be watch list. And after I saw her be like, dude, you won't believe who it was, because I had seen a little bit of a synopsis about it, and I was like, the way things are going, it has to be an adult. Now, for those of you that have not seen it, I highly recommend you go on Netflix and watch Unknown Number, because I am going to reveal a lot of spoilers in this reading. It's only about an hour and 20 long. And the premises is that these two teens start getting these really creepy, inappropriate text messages from an quote-unquote unknown number from I believe it was like 4 years from 2021 all the way up until 2024. And the way they were receiving the text messages, I was like, it has to be an adult. Like, it has to be either admin or somebody else, because who else is able to have surveillance on these kids all the time? And it was an adult. Now, you all, here's where the spoilers are going to come in. So I highly recommend you, if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it, this is where you're supposed to log off, and then you can come back and watch it once you're done, and then you can comment down below what you think and so on and so forth. However, from this point on, spoiler is coming in. So Kendra from Unknown Number, I don't know. I think there's still more to the story. I don't think that what we saw on the confessional and the documentary is there. I think there's more to it, because from my perspective, it's like, why did the boy get mad at the girl when it was Kendra who did everything? And why are we ignoring the bigger issue, which is Kendra was sending really inappropriate text messages to minors, whether it was to a boy or to a girl. It's wrong. Had she been a man, she would have been tossed up like chopped liver for that. So to me, she should be on the you-know-what list, because you did what to minors for 3 years, 4 years? But all right, so I want to get into it because there's still more to the story. I don't believe we just saw what we saw. There's way more. I want to see what her real motive was. But first of all, let's get an energy reading. Now, this is all done for entertainment purposes only, and these are just my opinions and allegedly. Okay, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Now, what was Kendra's energy like before all this weird stuff started happening? This is a weird pop culture reading, because usually I like to go in blind and then I watch, but this one I'm doing it backwards. All right, so Kendra was it was around the time she got fired, or was in between jobs here. So she was up on the chopping block. Yeah, that's when she got let go of a job because of something inappropriate she did at work. So why did she get fired? Because she was having a fling with, I don't know, either one of the bosses, or maybe she was, harassing somebody at work and it didn't go well. So this is not the first time she gets in trouble for being inappropriate. It's just that whether or not they filed charges and called it to somebody's attention, that's something completely different. So we might find out more about this moving forward, possibly in about 19 months. That's about a year and 7 months. So maybe around next year, 2027, 2026, 2027, around there. My nose is itching. Yeah, she could have been having an affair with somebody at work, like a married man, or she was trying to start something like that at work, and it just didn't work out that way. Yeah, something's being extremely, something about that's being really well kept, hidden, and suppressed. But for the right amount of money, somebody is going to talk about it and spill the secret out. So don't be surprised if someone comes out around Pisces season of 2026, 2027, and it's like, oh my gosh, confirmation. This woman and I had a thing where she was harassing me and I kept on telling her no. Yeah. So someone's going to sell a story on her that's going to paint her out even worse than she already is. Okay, but one more time, clarify, why did she get let go? Because she was causing a lot of chaos in the company. She was going against company values. You know how they have core ethics. And she was trying to get somebody caught up in something. So I don't know if she was sexually harassing somebody at work and they just weren't having it, or if someone and her had a thing and then they ended it and then she tried to get them in trouble and it just did not work out that way. Okay, so around the time she was already being let go from a job. Okay, and now you know why, because something really inappropriate happened there too. Yeah, she was trying to mess around with, oh, she's a predator. All right, so what made her want to start harassing her poor child and her boyfriend? Because she felt like she had a lot of options. She was in her masculine energy. She got obsessed with both of them and was losing sleep. Okay, but who sent the very first text message? Maybe the dad? What? Yeah. I just got chilled. So the dad might have been the first one to send the message, and then from then on, Kendra took over. Because they were hoping that the breakup would have happened peacefully, like nothing too bad, except it spiraled out of control. Wait, I'm going to rethrow this. Wait, what? Ain't no way. Because at one point, she was like, it wasn't me who started it. I just continued it. Okay. Who started it? Yeah, it was a masculine that started it. And I don't know if it was her dad, but yeah, it was something that was done out of impulse and ended up, spiraling out of control. They were not expecting a fight, or he was not expecting for Kendra to get this crazy with it. Because maybe they were disapproving of the relationship to begin with, and they felt that they were never going to get caught. Or this masculine, the one who sent out the first text message, really feels like he got away with it, and that it's not going to come back to bite him in the ass. Are we ever going to find out about this? No. No. Because the lie is so big, even when the truth comes out, no one's going to believe it. Yeah, like, even as she was caught, she was still lying to authorities. And it's obvious she was still lying to authorities. She could be like a Cancer Leo cusper. She's in a state of peace right now, but there's still something with court that's going to come back to bite her in the ass. She's free right now, but there's still something being hidden about this. And what's being hidden? She could have made a very inappropriate physical comment to the boy. And that's why he got mad at the girl. Because, like, I found that weird that he stayed angry at the girl and not the mom. And he's also mad that she went through with the breakup. Like, even though I thought it was agreed with both of them. But yeah, Kendra could have made a very, like, physical comment. I don't know if she inappropriately offered him a drink and was like, hey, you know, or she was on one when she said what she said, but he was not having it. She scared them. Like, the boy's definitely afraid of her. But who sent the first text message was a masculine. It wasn't Kendra. But at this point, who's going to believe her? But why did Kendra decide to take over and keep pushing it? Because she wasn't happy and she's possibly an alcoholic, honestly. And she wanted to block her daughter from being seen. This is someone that when she gets drunk, she turns into a whole different person, and it's scary. She wanted to feel young, viral, and vital again, which is still like, ma'am, you need to go talk to a therapist about that. You don't start terrorizing teenagers. What's wrong with you? She might be, you know, someone that gets around, because that other girl's parents, I believe Kaylee or Jill, no, Jill is the mother of the boy, but I believe the other one's name is Kaylee. they said, like, you don't know how much of a liar Kendra really is. They have a point. There is truth in that. But we have not seen or heard the last of them. Like, she is going to end up getting in trouble with the law sooner than later. Again, because there's something we're still not seeing. She might end up getting sued over a vehicle. She kept pursuing that because it was something for her to do, and she was under the influence of alcohol. She didn't feel seen or desired by any man, so she decided to she really did try to seduce this young man, and that was not very smart. She's an estafadora of sorts. Like, someone might want to take her to court for estafándolos. Might happen around Capricorn season, and she's going to try to keep that hidden. Because what was she doing for money? Moving it around. She would move it around from account to account to make it look like there was money coming in. But her and her daughter are still friends. Like, her daughter forgave her, and they're talking. But it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why would you do this? And okay. Yeah, she did this because she was fighting with a masculine. But the masculine did it at first, but why? Because it was a moment of weakness, and they were mad that she got a boyfriend that came from a well-to-do family. So I don't know if he was more, like, they were from a higher income background, whereas they weren't. All the houses look nice, unless that was like a set or whatever. But it was, well, they were de mala copa. Like, it was literally something that happened while they were drinking, and they didn't like that the little girl got a boyfriend. But the dad only did one. Yeah, I want to say, yeah, it's both of them. It was the dad and the mom, but Kendra took it further. Because she, like I said, it keep like this. It's a vanity thing. It really is. Like, I keep rethrowing the cards, and it's all because she wasn't getting any, and she wasn't getting any attention. This is giving, you're a narcissist. You wanted to opocar a tu hija because wasn't the child like a star athlete of sorts? This is classic mother jealous of her own child. But the thing that bothers me is, like, were you eyeing the little boy? What was the point with the boy? Just as a way of, haha, he wants me and not you. Like, this is someone that really thought they could compete with their daughter looking like Quasimodo. This is someone that had a lot of hope that she could turn a Knight of Cups into Wands. She really did. She really thought she could hook up with a minor. She is a predator. I'm gonna say this. This woman's a predator, or like a succubus of sorts. Because no mother in their right mind would do that to their daughter or their son, or to any minor. No adult in their right mind would dream of, like, I'm gonna seduce this minor. What the fuck? No. There's an even bigger secret. What is this bigger secret? She could have had a lover that she's not talking about. This is not the first time she's tried it. She could have hooked up with a minor. I'm not saying it's her daughter's boyfriend, but that she's done this before, yes, she has. And I just got chills. This woman's disgusting in more ways than one. But that has completely stopped. Like, someone's gonna expose this. So I don't know what minor she hooked up with, but this is not the first time she's done it. Because she acts very immature. Like, the text message she was sending, it sounds like a little kid. So she's obviously stalking little kids. Has she hooked up with a minor before? Yes, she has. She could have been doing some kind of lay for pay to get money. And that's the first thing I thought when I was watching it. I'm like, maybe she's got like some kind of OF we don't know about. Ugh. But hey, different strokes for different folks. She was in a position of authority at one point, and she hooked up with one of those minors. Like, there's a kid in that school that has done something with her they shouldn't have. And they're going to take her ass to court for it after they seen this. And they're going to try to spin it of like, oh no, it's just gossip. They're just trying to end her. It's just because they saw all the fur and the fanfare that the documentary's getting. This is someone that's trying to get their 15 minutes of fame. This and that and the third. No, this woman is a predator, and she did that. Hizo el papel of, oh my gosh, I'm such a caring mother, blah, 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 blah. Broke everybody's heart when they found out. But it's going to break everybody else's heart when this man gets implicated. Strong Scorpio here. This is someone that did this out of spite and was not thinking clearly. They let their emotions control them. And like I say, emotions are temporary. Your decisions are permanent. But they divorced here, I believe. She has a lot of money right now, but it's only a matter of time before this gets revealed in due time. Something about 2014, maybe. I don't know why I'm being called to 2014. Or something about that's like the 14th or something. Like someone, or maybe they were 14 years old when this. Ugh, PeJay Eugene. Ugh. Ya me dio asco. I don't eat pre-workout. This is already pissing me off enough to go run. Bien encabronada. Because Miss Ma'am, why? I feel like Cardi B, what was the reason? Well, I already, like, I don't know how many times I've rethrown the cards, reshuffled, and it's because I wasn't being looked at. I wasn't being paid attention to. And, like, Jill, and I forgot the other dude's name, los padres del niño, the mom and dad of the boy. Like, how far was she willing to take this? And at what point was this going to finally stop if the cops didn't get involved? It wasn't. It was going to literally, alguien se iba a agarrar a golpes con alguien o lastimar a alguien. Someone was going to get into a fist fight or hurt somebody. I would not eat anything she bakes or cooks because she could be envenenando la gente. I wouldn't put it past her. I would not put anything past this woman anymore. Yeah, the secret is the first text message was sent by a man. And she's defending this man. And it was like supuestamente after the families met or after like a big celebration. They're like, oh, mom and dad, I want you to meet my boyfriend. And the dad was just being a jelly belly dad, you know, whatever. And that's why it was only one text message. But Kendra was just being a flat out monster. Yeah, she was just being unfair and cruel because she didn't think it's fair that, like, she had a crush on this teenage boy for a while. She didn't think it's fair that he chose her over him. But did anything ever happen between her and that boy? No. But she could have created like a fake account and posed as a younger girl to try to get in his DMs. And it didn't work. Like, she really thought long and hard of like, how can I get this young man? Like, she was really trying to seduce him. But who was the first one that she got? With a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or a Sag. I don't know anybody's birthdays or their horoscopes. But something about a Halloween party. Oh, yeah. Eso comenzó. There's where all the stupid... That's when all the pedo started. Where Haley or Kaylee or whatever that mean girl, quote-unquote mean girl's name is, said that her mom would just throw that big event and invite the entire municipalities or whatever. It was like a trail that's open to the public. Like, here in Texas, we have the Divine Pumpkin Patch. In Laredo, I think we have the Canseco house where they have the pumpkin patches open between like October and Halloween, and you can go and take pictures with your family. It's really nice. It's pretty. And it's like a really old, beautiful home that's allegedly haunted. And that's open to the entire public. Like, do you make individual invitations for like 250,000 people? No, you just put the flyer and have the media outlets push it, right? And that's what got misconstrued, and that's what made her suspect number one. And no, pobrecita, she never was. And then her dad was a cop, so she was getting inquisitioned all the time. No, she hooked up with somebody that was dressed like a devil or a ghost at a Halloween party. So she did this under the nose of everybody, and she got away with it once. She thought she could get away with it a second time. But this is going to end up being revealed sooner than later. Like, someone's going to expose her for this. And it's going to be cray-cray. I'm seeing the media and the camera. Like, the news is going to go crazy with this. When is this going to happen? Around Virgo season. So I don't know if this year. But I'm getting 2026, 2027. Possibly even 2028. About 8 months or 2028. That's going to be revealed. And when that gets exposed, that's when she's going to expose, well, the man was the first person who sent a text message. Or she's going to try to do a tell-all where she exposes the father and it's like, he did it first and I just continued it. Because they even said, watch it be both the mom and the dad, and the little girl and the dad are going to play victim. And somebody predicted it already to the T, and they were in that documentary, and it was the dad of the little girl that was being accused. Yeah. He called it. He's a damn good cop. And he called it straight down the T. Straight down the middle. And he told the truth that watch it be both of them, and the little girl and the dad are going to play victim. And yeah, that's exactly what the fuck happened. Sir, you didn't need me to do the reading. You could have just come on here and said it yourself on what you know. There's way more than what we know. Like, yeah, there's like an affair that no one's talking about, and that's why she got fired. And then there's that this is not the first time she's been inappropriate with a minor. They're amping up another case against her, and it's probably this. And she does not see this coming whatsoever. And it's going to cause a huge fight between her and somebody else. Or like it's causing huge fights. Yeah, this is not the last we heard of her. She's going to be in another scandal. Because we all think this is the worst thing she's done. She's done something else. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get out of this icky lady's energy. This has been my pop culture reading on Kendra from Unknown Number. Let me know what you all think. And if there has been other readers who've done readings on her, I would like to see it. I would like to see what they get, what they see. And yeah, remember, these are all done for entertainment purposes only. I am going to take a break. I need to go get my sunshine. I need to go get my sunshine because my seasonal depression is in a lot earlier than expected. I usually get it a little bit after Halloween or like mid-October leading towards Halloween. But this year it came around July because that's when the sun started shifting and moving a little bit differently. And that's what I've been doing, honestly. I've just been sleeping and going outside to get sunshine, or else I get really sad and I don't get anything done. But this has been my pop culture reading on Kendra from Unknown Number. If you have not seen it, I recommend you go see it and then watch this reading if you're catching the live at the end. For those of you watching on YouTube, Spotify, and Rumble, I did this live on my personal Facebook. So yeah. But let me know what you all think. The next one is going to be the Brock Lesnar one. That one, I've been waiting to do it, and I forgot which other one I needed to do. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Oh yeah. But I'm going to see what happens. We'll see what happens. But this is not the last we've heard of this woman, unfortunately. But bye-bye.